Welcome to another episode of Guerreros Podcast. My name is Jonathan, and I am the founder of Guerreros Podcast, the one interviewing all these great individuals. Today, I wanted to come on and share a little bit about everybody that I've interviewed, right? Because we have a lot of interviews. Let me see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 interviews so far, okay? And I decided to light up a cigar that was given to me by, I believe it was Betcha that gave it to me. I'm trying to remember who gave it to me, but it was the time that I went to interview Albert Preciado. Go check it out on Guerreros Podcast, at Guerreros Podcast on YouTube. And then on Instagram, we are as, let me see, guerreros.podcast. But yeah, man, it's been a great journey so far this past few months, interviewing all these great individuals, right? And let me tell you something about all this great experience that I've gotten. Yeah, man, I've never smoked a cigar in my life. But the cool thing about this, it's pretty neat, full of flavor, not nasty flavor. It has a sweet taste to it, with plenty of other flavors I can't even explain. Honestly, it's not nasty, tarish, or anything like that. It's actually pretty good. But first off, we have Nestor Gutierrez. Nestor Gutierrez is my first interviewee, right? My hats off to that man. Excuse me, because he literally said yes to my question of him being my first interviewee on Guerreros Podcast. I am grateful for that man, as well as everything that he talked about and mentioned. The way he talked about business definitely became a way that I do business as well, from interviewing people to hiring people to being a great leader. Of course, everybody I interviewed is a great leader in their own way. But for Nestor, I believe seeing how he was on the field at Rancho Express Loop was amazing to me, because a great leader doesn't just demand or bosses people around. They are there with them, showing them how it's done. I think it was a great experience for me, because honestly, you see a lot of people that call themselves leaders, but really they're just bossy and demanding for no reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was pretty cool to see as I stepped into his office, or into his business that day, which he ended up doing my oil change on my vehicle as well. So thank you for that. If you guys got any vehicles, of course, you want to take them to Rancho Cucamonga. If you're around the area, to Nestor Gutierrez at Rancho Express Loop. Great team, great values. This guy is definitely showing value to his customers, as well as, of course, brought value to all of you guys in the sense of sharing some great nuggets on business, on how to go about starting and going on how to run your own business, right? So this guy's a 10x coach, so he definitely knows what he's talking about. The next person I'd interviewed, which was right after Nestor, the following day, was Francis Nunez. Great man, brother, I swear. With this guy, for me, dude. Trying to think how to put it into words. But this guy, literally, what he did for me, man, I tell him that he's kind of like that beacon, or that lighthouse for me, in a way of for my spiritual side, because a lot happened after I interviewed him, and I'm just gonna say that was a way for God to test me and my will and my power and my mind, to see how I overcame a certain situation. Some of you guys know I ended up stuck in a restroom at an Airbnb in Rancho Cucamonga, for 3 hours. That day, honestly, we did an interview. We ended up going out to grab, break some bread and share some food, um, and got introduced to another person there too. But I think it was pretty cool how my life took a bit of a change that day, a bit of a turn to the right direction, because I started to seek God even more so that day. So, from Francis, the one thing I could tell you is that I definitely took away is seek God. Um, there's a greater being in this world, whoever your God is. Honestly, without God, I wouldn't have been able to overcome all the difficult challenges that came right after that, right? I jumped in literally on the deep end, starting this podcast, Guerrero's podcast, and there's really no way for me to put it other than I am grateful and thankful that I was able to interview and shake the hand of Francis Nunez because, man, just going back to that day, it was an amazing experience uh, that unfolded itself through those following weeks. I got tested, I got broken down, I literally got everything that could go wrong in my life was going wrong, but in a good way because, dude, in a good way because I got to experience firsthand what having faith, what having God be put on first, like literally in front of me in a way that I'm not questioning what's happening. I'm just tackling it as I go, and I just couldn't process all this great stuff that had happened, right? So with all that happened after interviewing Francis, all I gotta say is I even told him this. I was like, dude, it feels like you just remove, like when you wake up and you have all these eye boogers and you're like can't see clear. That was literally my spiritual side. It was so foggy, all blurry. And after interviewing him, something amazing happened, which I saw unfold before my eyes. A lot of great things unfolded, right? Like I said, challenges, things that went wrong. If there's one thing I can tell you, do not ask God to break you if you're not ready. Okay, uh, I I had asked God to break me way before I met Francis, and meeting Francis kind of was that key that literally unlocked that breaking of myself being and being able to see everything unfold. It's okay, turned off. But seeing how my life went on in a direction that I was not expecting, and being able to meet Francis Nunez was literally the tipping point of my spiritual side to being like, all right, dude, focus, have God put on first before you. And I since that day, I'm always gonna say this: I got God got me because I got God. And honestly, had it not been for that experience, I don't think it would have been the same outcome. Just because speaking to Francis was a way for me to kind of waking up my spiritual side. So ever since that day, there is not one single day I skip that I don't pray. There's not one single day that I skip that I don't put God first and actually give people their blessings, right? In a sense, where it's like, hey, God bless, have a beautiful day. So ever since that day, honestly, I just been literally, I just been more thankful, more grateful. So if there's one big thing I learned from Francis was to uh, to have the power to put God first, because a lot of us literally don't run to God until it's literally the one thing that we have left, where we're like look up and actually ask for that help. Be thankful, be grateful for everything that you have and everything that you don't have. Uh, Nowadays, I mean, a lot of the people I meet literally don't even mention any type of spirituality, um, any type of God really, other than just not caring other than what they're doing. I'm not saying they're wrong, to each their own, but for me, putting God first was one of the greatest things. So if you're out there trying to hustle, trying to do all this stuff, align yourself, not just physically, not just mentally, but spiritually as well, because it will take you to a whole nother level. I promise that it will. The other cool person I was able to talk to as well was oh, what's his last name? What's his last name? What's his last name? What's his last name? Well, he's put as his Instagram is Ricardo 2.0, right? He's a barber. I forgot his last name, honestly, man. I'm not too good with the last names. But he was one of those people that pushed me to just start. So from this man, the one thing I was able to get that made a lot of difference and it's still having an impact on what I do is just start. Don't wait for you to have everything ready. Don't wait for you to have all this stuff set up. Like literally, there's no freaking way for you to just have everything ready for you to start doing anything. Like get your ass off the couch. Get your ass off fucking Netflix. You over here bench watching a whole episode of Netflix or a whole freaking premiere or not premiere, sorry, a whole freaking season on Netflix. You literally just sit down and do it, right? Same concept, except some things are harder than to sit there and watch TV. So get your ass up. Best advice that I got from this man was just start, right? Which is how kind of the podcast started as well. Literally a phone. If you look at Nestor Gutierrez podcast, it was so blurry, all kind of messed up. But the one thing from that whole experience was just starting. And mind you, I drove from San Francisco all the way to Rancho Cucamonga to his office in Rancho Express Loop to interview the man. So if you can start doing anything just right away, just start it. It will get better as you go. You are seeing the edits, you are seeing the intro, you are seeing the outro, you are seeing all these great things that are happening. As I go, I just try to make it better. The audio wasn't all that great. We ended up getting some mics as well, right? To be able to get better audio. So it's just a matter of you starting and getting things going, right? Don't freaking think about it too much is what I'm trying to say. So to Ricardo, thank you for that, man. Just start. It was the main lesson with Ricardo. And then who do we got? Rafael. I believe his last name is Hernandez, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, it's Rafael Hernandez, man. Yeah, Rafael Hernandez, I believe is his last name. He's the guy behind Auto Matrix. This guy literally puts all the CRMs on steroids. Like seriously, man, I feel like some of y'all need that type of freaking boost where you guys have somebody helping you out and putting shit together, putting your things together. There is no easy way. There is no freaking one way to do anything, right? But having help like the help that Rafael brought to my business, All Roads, was being able to put everything in one place without having to worry about, did I send this? Did I call up this person? Did I send the invoice? I was missing out on a lot of money in the sense that I wasn't calling people back. I wasn't sending invoices. I forgot about certain clients. So the main thing that I got from Rafael was that we all need a system, not just in business, but in life. We need a way to be able to put things together to manage not only the business, but the life. Just throughout life itself, you need something, right? So there's a lot of people over there that don't have a plan, that don't have a schedule. They just kind of go day by day. And that to me, honestly, is a waste of time. To each their own again, but for myself, I cannot do that anymore, right? Really, at the end of the day, you want to be able to have something where you're able to manage your skill set, manage the way you go about your day so that you can tackle your day even better, get more productivity, and be more efficient. A lot of people, like I said, out here, they really just freaking, the only thing on the schedule is go to work, come home, sit their ass down, watch Netflix. Like, literally, that's what the whole thing is nowadays. Scroll through fucking Instagram. Pardon my French. I know I curse a lot, but go through Instagram like there's no tomorrow. Like, to me, that's literally a waste of time. If you have a family, you're a mom or a dad, you got your parents who are still working, you got brothers and sisters that are struggling, you got a spouse that's struggling, your kid is looking at you like everything is all fine and dandy, but once he grows up, he's going to need more from you, right? So put a system in place, not just for your business, like a CRM, right, for myself, but have a system in place to take care of your family. Be able to retire mom and dad. Don't just sit your ass down on the couch thinking that everything's going to be okay, because it's not. Things are just going to keep getting harder and tougher as you grow. And, the body starts hurting. The family starts growing, the parents start getting older. When are you gonna start, right? And that's one thing that I got from Rafael. Having a system in place was able to help me help those that are behind me, literally freaking the people I need to help get out of the current situation that we're in. So Rafael was really one of the ones that put a lot in perspective for how I ran my business, how I implemented that on how I run my life, and being able to just put everything together in a place where it's that much better to have some type of plan, right? And even when you have a plan, like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan till they get punched in the face. And honestly, man, I think that's how it goes. But honestly, if even when you do have a plan, you better be able to execute, follow through, and when you get knocked down, punched in the face, right, you better be able to pivot. So Rafael, thank you for helping me out with the CRM system. Thank you for putting all this stuff in place for me to be able to move more efficiently. The other thing I got is the other person I was able to interview, which was amazing as well, was Marbella Cepeda. Um, she she's literally a hardworking woman, man, and it kind of puts things into perspective, because now we have men out there, right, who call themselves men but really can't even take care of themselves, and it's kind of tough to see a woman fighting for their own, taking care of their own kids, having to not have a real man taking care of them. To me, that is just not cool, like at all. In the sense that, hey, dude, if your legs work, if your arms work, and you're able to move, you're able to talk, like, what the hell are you doing? You should be able to take care of your kids, even if things don't work out with your spouse. And hey, it's all right. Get your shit together. Try to get your things together, because at the end of the day, like I said, it comes down to family. You gotta take care of your own. If you can take care, of course, you gotta be a little selfish. Take care of you. Take care of you to take care of others. But hey, one way or another, man, you gotta make it happen. And when I was interviewing Marbella, one of the things that kind of but it kind of made me think a bit, was how some women, and I got two sisters that are struggling themselves, but how some women are literally doing everything themselves, man. She's over here got vegan vibes. She's over here working at PHP, financial services, right? She has a whole hustle going on, man, and like women like that are few, or I mean, not a few. There's plenty of them out there, just because there's not enough good men to not have them being doing that. So as a man, if you can't take care of a good woman, if you can't take care of your family, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, get your ass up, start putting that work, figure it out. It's gonna get harder, like I said. So with Marbella, I wanted to interview her because I met her at PHP, and seeing how she was hustling, how she always had a smile on her face. Like, no matter what, she's always got her head on her shoulders put on right. There's no freaking I can't, like, that doesn't exist, right? So to me, that was pretty intriguing to see a hardworking woman pushing hard to push her kids to do better and have better as well, right? So she becomes a great leader, and to me, that's admiring, because even when there's women out there just literally just trying to squeeze the last crap out of a good man, where they're like, freaking child support, and just kind of stepping on them, not respecting them. And then she goes, just like, hey, man, there's going to be a time where I am going to be taking the woman role. And I'm just like, damn. Like, she knows what's up. She understands. Like, right now she's struggling, yeah, but it's going to come to a point where she's not going to have to struggle alone, right? She's gonna have a good man, and she's gonna be a good woman to that man. And that to me honestly um, spoke oh man, for lack of better words, that just spoke a lot to me, in the sense that there is good women out there, man. There is good people that are willing to work together with you, to make the dream happen. And honestly, I just admire a woman, because like I said, I got two sisters, a mom that struggle, and to this day are struggling, in a sense that they're just hustling every day, and that to me is admiring, especially coming from being raised by women, right? So when I see women pushing hard and working hard and hustling, um, it's admiring to me, honestly, because I grew up with that. I mean, of course, I have my dad in the picture, and that man is a hardworking man as well. But like, just for a good while, dad was in the U.S., mom was in Mexico, so I understand her struggle in a way that she's doing all this for her kids. So really appreciated her coming on and sharing her story here, which again, kind of put the whole eating in perspective as well for me. So I definitely still got to try out her tacos every Friday at 7 Stars, I believe she's at. So thank you, Marbella. The next person was Dr. Jimmy Ramil. This guy's my chiropractor, man. I literally been in the trenches with this guy, and most people don't give a crap about you. Most people are not gonna care how you feel. Most people are not gonna give one single F about what you do, right? It takes a very special person with a big, huge heart to actually understand what it is that you're about. A person that's gonna be there for you and support you through your struggles. Like you, I was in. Dude, even to this day, I'll be in the trenches with this man. One thing that I got out of this man was clarity, life clarity, because he helped me heal my body. I was in pain, a lot of pain, and I didn't even know it. But he was able to get me back to walking straight. Removed a lot of my pains, my aches, not just physically but emotionally, man. This guy literally was a good light beacon in my life in my darkest of times. Okay, I was literally like 147 when I met the man. Through him, I was able to learn how to love myself even more, how to release emotional tense, emotional bottled up emotions. This man literally showed me the way to love myself and appreciate myself, and see how I am a good person, right? Maybe I was in a bad situation at the time and I couldn't see it just because of all the problems. But thanks to Dr. Jimmy Ramil, my body's doing good, my mind is doing better. I'm much happier, honestly, just because I'm able to see the brighter side of things because of him. And that's my brother right there, man. It just gets me a little emotional to talk about this type of situations, because like I said, I was interviewing people because I wanted to learn about how they do things, how they hustle, what's their mindset, right? And little did I know that through all this, I was gonna be changed. I was gonna learn more about me than anything, right? Of course, I learned about them, but they taught me a lot about who I am, what I'm about, how I function, how I move. So to Dr. Jimmy, my heart goes out to you, brother, and I'm really appreciative of you. You're my brother from another mother. You're a great big bro to me, man. And I just want to say I love you and I appreciate you to the fullest. And may God keep freaking blessing you with more years, because I know I'm not the only one you're helping in this world. I am thankful for you. Really am. Um, there's really no other, dude. There's really no other. There's really no other way to put it than through all these experiences. I've actually met some great people, and they brought me a lot of joy and a lot of knowledge, right? So thank you. I really appreciate you. The next one is also a very special interview to me, because this guy is my mentor. That's Albert Preciado, founder, or I don't want to say founder, but this guy has Ambience Realty, the Mortgage Guys, Conquer Escrow, Driven Academy. Like, this guy is literally becoming so big with everything that he's doing that it's an honor to have him as a mentor and understand and follow his blueprint, in a sense that it's put me in a place where even starting the podcast was kind of pushed onto me by him to start this, right? And so I am grateful for that, because through him I met through the events that he does at Driven Events, Driven Academy. Like, I literally started with a $67 academy. Then I moved over to a freaking what was it? $67 academy. Then a $2,000 Thursday calls, right, for a year. And then I went over to a $3,000 uh, event, which was driven business boot camp last year, and then which was back in June, July, something like that. And then I moved over to a 5K mastermind, which is a 1 day thing, and now I invested in his inner circle, his 30K inner circle. And to be able to do that was only the only reason I'm able to do that was because I took everything that he freaking taught me, everything that he showed me, and just applied it. And most people on here, man, honestly, they'll watch a whole freaking bench watch the whole Guerreros podcast, and then they just forget about it. Like, literally, man, they just waste their time, right? So if you're gonna watch anything, like any podcast, any good, anything that's gonna be good for your mind, and anything that's gonna be good for your personal growth, if you're gonna freaking watch stuff like that, make sure you take at least one or two things out of every video that you watch, and or every podcast that you listen to, every book that you read, and apply it. Apply it. There's really no easy way out. There's no easy freaking way to do anything. I'm always gonna keep saying this. Easy is not a thing. It's hard because everybody likes to pick the easy way out. So there's no easy way to make things happen. To be successful, right? Whatever success looks for you, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of god damn, what is that called? A lot of persistence, a lot of guts, and a lot of grit to actually push through. And honestly, being one of Albert Preciado's mentee, the growth has been exponential. I wish I would have started doing this when I actually started All Roads Overhead, because I would have been so much further ahead. So I have 5 years in the business, but only 1.5 years of experience. And the reason I say that, well, is because I literally started about 1.5 years ago, back in November of 2022. I started the academy for $67, up to now being able to invest 30K into his inner circle. And it kind of, like I said, it gets a little emotional in a way, because I didn't understand what I was capable of, the ideas and the mind expansion more than anything that happened, and being able to network and meet all these great individuals like Nestor Gutierrez, Jonathan Rodriguez, just through his events, really. I was able to meet Leo, the freak from freaking damn, I always forget how to say this, from e-commerce cartel, I believe. I was able to meet dude, just all these great people, honestly, man. Just it's so many of these people that I met that have been able to give me so much knowledge and share so much value with me, that when I go in there, I know I have to contribute something back, right? Whether it be my life story for people to learn, being able to be coachable. And a lot of people on here, man, they fucking think they know it all. You don't know it all, man. And if you think you know it all, you're already fucking lost, to tell you the truth. So honestly, man, just being part of the Driven family itself, I was able to shake hands with Neil Patel, freaking that guy, freaking it's a billionaire. Was able to sit on the same table and have brunch with the man. I was able to meet great people, as well as Brad Lee, Wes Watson, who also gave me some good advice, right? Wes Watson, Neil Patel, Dan Fleischman. Who else did I get to meet that's pretty big out there, man? just off the top of my head, because like I said, just through being able to invest in the Driven Academy, I was able to accumulate all this great knowledge from all these great people. Andy Elliott and his team as well, man, great people. Honestly, just being able to shake hands with the people, and get that energy transfer over. And not only that, but like I said, what took effect was the mind expansion. And some of you guys are not ready for that, because you guys want to be stuck in the past. You want to be stuck in you know it all, having all this great big ego, right? You think you know it all, but you really don't. It's okay to freaking come down to a level where you're not the biggest in the room. Because if you know it all and you're in the room and everybody's coming up to you because you know it all, you're going to have to start changing rooms pretty quick, because you already maximize your potential in that group, in that room. So look for bigger people. Look for people that are moving way faster than you, so that you can move fast as well to that next level. And that's literally what I did, investing with Albert. Okay. So I'm really thankful for you, Albert. I appreciate everything you and Sil has done for me, and everything that you guys have put me on. So thank you. And then the next one is Jared Nunez, man. One thing that I got from this man was starting over is okay. Okay, starting over is okay. It's okay to move away from your old friends. It's okay to start a new circle of friends. It's okay to surround yourself with winners. It's okay to freaking just go ahead and get it, man, and push forward to be that person, to be that guerrero. You know, there's really no easy way to tell you, like, hey, this is how you do this. Hey, this is how you do that. But yeah, man, through Jared, honestly, man, like I said, I was able to get that it's okay to start over. It's okay to be a lone wolf and finding new friends to be able to move forward, man. Now this guy is part of one of Albert's co-owner of Ambience Realty. He's a top notch up there, man. So one thing I can definitely be thankful for this man is on Driven at the Driven Business Bootcamp. Like I said, through Albert, I got to be able to create the life that I'm in. I was able to afford a house for my family. I was able to push my business to new levels. I was able to push myself to new levels. And meeting Jared was just part of that, right? That journey. So a lot of you are scared to go talk to people, but you never know who's gonna be that one person that's gonna make that dream happen for you. Or whether for me it was buying a home for my family, right? So if you're scared to talk to people and network, you're gonna lose on a lot of opportunities. Stop being scared, man. Like Wes Watson said, look down, look for a pair of pardon my language, balls in a dick, and stop being a little bitch. Really, that's all it is. Stop being freaking a crybaby. Just fucking get it done, you know? And so with Jared, what happened was he literally came up to me, right? Because I put myself in a vulnerable position, and he said, "Hey man, are you the weak guy?" And then that one question that I asked Wes Watson led to the conversation with Jared, which led me to being able to purchase my home in less than freaking 3 months, right? So or about four months, because I had to get my things together as well. But that just goes to show you, you got to put yourself in a position where you're meeting people that are going to be able to put you in a place that you want to expedite the process for you. Because like I said, once you become the big I know it all, you already lost, man. You lost opportunity, you lost work, you lost friendships, you lost possible meets or people that you can meet to grow yourself in just about every aspect of life. So to Jared, man, big shout out to you for helping me achieve this big this bucket list, man, of being able to being a homeowner and being able to put my family in their own place where we don't have to worry about people telling me what to do or where my dog can shit or where he can't shit, right? This guys definitely have a place where they can do whatever the hell they want. My kid could break whatever the hell he wants, and we're just happy and thankful to have met Jared, who put a team together for us. Which of course it led to, it was a bit of a rush process, but he made it happen. And I'm gonna keep giving credit to Jared, because at the end of the day, I wanted to go make everything happen through Driven or Ambience Realty, and on my paper it doesn't say ambiance, right? But uh, or the mortgage guys, which I wanted. That's what I wanted. But hey, it's okay. It made it. It happened, and it's all part of what it just had to happen right away. So I had to make a decision whether to wait another 3 months, which those 3 months clearly the house rose in value already in equity. So sometimes you just gotta push hard to make things happen and kind of suck up the bad moments, you know. So it's all right. It happens. Also, it's one of those things that you just like, fuck, you know, what the hell do I do? Do I keep going, or like I said, man, it just comes down to one thing: keep looking forward, keep your head up high, and don't freaking give up. Just keep at it. The next person, I believe, is oh, there's another good one. Life coach Jesse. So life coach Jesse, man, I've been in the trenches with this guy, man. And one of the things that we talk about a lot is a closed mouth don't get fed. And with this, I want to leave you with that, talking about life coach Jesse, because ever since I started asking for help, ever since I started ever since I started to put myself in vulnerable positions, it expanded my network. Because at the end of the day, your network is your net worth. So who do you know? Who do you talk to? Who do you hang around with? I'm pretty sure you heard that saying of tell me, dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Basically, tell me who you hang around with and I'll let you know who you are. And I didn't understand this until I started networking like with different individuals outside of my circle, right? And what I learned was that, yeah, maybe I wasn't the drunk, maybe I wasn't the cokehead, maybe I wasn't I mean, I was the weed guy, right? But maybe I wasn't doing all these freaking drugs and partying up every day like the people I would hang out with. But you know what I was doing? I was holding myself back. So putting myself in rooms where I got to meet great individuals as well, like life coach Jesse. Like I said, being in the trenches with this man, he helped me understand that I am worthy of everything I'm getting, everything I have, everything that's coming my way, all the blessings that I do have, how blessed of a man I am. Like, he put all that in perspective for me. So I am grateful for life coach Jesse for being able to put me in that position to understand myself better, to understand that I am worthy of having everything I have, in a sense that, hey, I'm working hard, I'm putting in the work, I'm putting in the hours, I'm sacrificing a lot, man. And I don't want to get into it too much, but I even sacrificed time with the men that raised me. You know, God bless his soul, may he rest in peace. It's hard, you know, it's hard, but that's what I'm telling you. Like, the life as you hustle, as you become an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, it's just it's a big sacrifice, man. You sacrifice family, you sacrifice um, personal time, you sacrifice your hobbies, you sacrifice everything about you. Okay, so don't think it's gonna be easy when you jump into this pool. There's no freaking shallow water here. Okay, it's all deep ends, and your ass better know how to swim, or you're gonna learn how to. Either you freaking keep on kicking and swimming, or you're gonna drown. That's just it. But with life coach Jesse, one thing, like I said, that I learned is don't keep your mouth closed. Always ask for help. Be worthy. Know that you're worthy of having and receiving all the blessings that are coming your way, and don't give up. Have that mental toughness. You know, it's one of those things that you gotta have for sure, because it's not no easy. There's literally no easy way in. There's no easy way out. It's just you freaking make it happen, or you go back to your old lifestyle, which I don't know. I don't want to go back to that, honestly. So I am thankful that I met life coach Jesse, and was able to kind of expand my mindset on pushing myself forward to better and higher situations that are putting me in better positions to help myself, help my family, and being able to just, you know, being able to buy myself that time that I'm freaking gonna have very soon. The other great individual I was able to interview, it's Nick Pius. Okay, now both Nick Pius and life coach Jesse, Nick Pius is the president of the IE Mastermind. Life coach Jesse is the president. Okay, and that's in Rancho Cucamonga, the Inland Empire area. Being in that group has definitely been great way to network and find people, and being able to see and find opportunities, knowledge, value with these individuals has just been amazing, honestly. But with Nick Pius, one of the things that I learned is everybody talks about balance, right? But not everybody can make it happen. Um, as a former Marine, Nick Pius has that grit. Honestly, man, he has that power and that drive to just keep on pushing and to be able to drop everything he was doing and start the IE. Just like I said, nothing is easy, but just freaking jumping in the deep end and just taking off. It's it's admiring to me because I kind of did the same. Um, his story, his life story, I can relate to some things as well, which I can relate to many of the stories through everybody else. That's why I say I learned a lot more about me than anything through this journey of starting Guerrero's podcast. But with Nick Pius, understanding that I need to find a balance, some sort of balance, because there's really no such thing as balance as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a family man. Just the balance is just hard to attain, especially when you're starting off, because it's just like I said, it's a lot of sacrifice. But through Nick Pius, I was able to understand that it is possible. You just gotta focus on certain things to be able to, the main things that are valuable to you, right? And give a little bit of time to each throughout the day. The other big thing that I've learned, especially through Nick Pius, is understanding that it is possible to break yourself in a way that you're gonna make things happen no matter what. Hunting, interviewing Nick Pius and hearing his story, and kind of resonating with it as well, put things into perspective for me, right? So I know that I'm able to put myself in a position that I can break myself down into different parts of my day, different parts of my life, and being able to give myself to those times with quality, not quantity. Because at the end of the day, if you can have all these hours with your business, but if you don't put in the quality of work, then what was the point? Same thing with the family. You can put all these hours with your family, but if you're not putting in the quality with the family, then what is the point? So anything that I've been doing, I've been trying to focus more into putting that time of quality instead of the time of quantity to be able to do this, because a lot of people out here freaking they want to have family time and they're just like, let me scroll through this, let me scroll through that, let me see this, let me see that. And then the families here, they're talking, or they go out to dinner and they're on their phones and then blah blah blah, you know what I mean? So it's about quality, it's not about quantity. It's about being able to find that balance and in a way that you're able to offer that quality of time that you're giving to that part of your life. So thank you, Nick Pius, for that, to be able to put that, as well as putting the IE Mastermind group and putting me with great people. Which one of those great people is Jonathan Rodriguez from Just Right Painting. Big shout out to this man. He's aspiring to me in the sense that just seeing this man, the way he went to go talk at the IE Mastermind and gave his presentation, literally made me feel like I was part of his business, right? And a lot of people are not ready for that type of level of communication, that type of level of commitment, the way Jonathan Rodriguez is. He's a freaking go-getter. He fucking has ambition. I just met with him probably like a month ago, and we were just talking, and he's like, dude, I think we're thinking way too small. And mind you, this guy freaking's in the millions already, dude, in the millions, right? And for him to say we're thinking too small, then I know I'm thinking way too small. So that's why I say surrounding yourself that are thinking way bigger, moving faster, moving better than you, expands your mind. And that's one of the biggest things for me, expanding my mind and how I think and what I'm doing, right? So with Jonathan Rodriguez, one of the things I learned is I already do this, right? But taking action, seizing opportunity, looking for the opportunity when everybody else is kind of like shutting down. having that energy, and the main thing is over delivering in value and over promising. Okay, that's one of the biggest changes for me, for my business and myself. So now I'm not just freaking under delivering and over promising, I'm over delivering and over promising in everything that I do, because that's like, how can you go wrong, man, especially in business, you know? So the other big thing I want to say is thank you to Jonathan Rodriguez, because dude, every time I go out to LA or to SoCal, I gotta stop by and at least say what's up to the man, because he's like I said, he's aspiring, man, and he's he's a big support system for me when I'm out there, and I'm able to freaking he loaned me his studio. So don't forget to check out his podcast as well, Limitless CEO. You know, it's a very, very freaking awesome name as well, Limitless, you know, Limitless CEO. So I was able to get interviewed by him. I'll have the link put down. And then I was able to interview him, where he spills out his whole life story, man, and or at least some very cool nugs come out of that man on how to approach and do business. His energy is just amazing, and there's really no freaking way to put it other than go watch his episode on Guerrero's podcast as well. I mean, it's as well on as his Limitless CEO. And then if you have time, go check out my interview. He interviewed me, I interviewed him, so it was pretty cool to have him on as well. The next person I have is Carlos Avila. Carlos Avila, man. Big shout out to that man. He's helping me with my SOPs. But one thing I learned from this man is everything that I'm doing can get better. Everything that I'm doing for my business can become easier. This guy, I can't even say the word. Anyway, I can't even say the damn word, but it basically means owning owning different businesses all at once, right? I can't even freaking say. I'm not even gonna try, man. But basically, this man, he owns all these businesses that are, and the powerhouse is the SOPs and the systems and processes that he has in place to be able to run all these businesses. And I get excited about this because he's actually helping me build mine to be able to step away, right? So like I said, a lot of people out here, man, they don't even have a freaking plan on what they're gonna do for the next day. And this guy's freaking like years ahead on what he does. He's able to handle more than one business, right? More than one business. And we are here as entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, freaking operators of our business, and we cannot step out, you know. So let me just say this: if you have a business and you cannot step away from your business for more than a week, more than 3 months, without having your business collapse, you do not have a business, you have a job. And if you're getting paid well through that business, then you don't have a business, you have a well-paying job if you're the operator of that job, right? So you have a business once you're able to step away and your business is doing better without you than with you, or at least it's making money without you, right? So that's what we're working on with Carlos Avila. Big shout out to my man for helping me put all this together, and his my respects for him, because I had him waiting for like 8 hours one time to go talk to the man after doing a 5K mastermind with Albert, and we ended up doing a little Guerreros meetup at a mansion in Rancho Cucamonga, which it was a great meetup as well. Very late night, and we put it all together in one day, you know. So to get all these people to come together and talk about business, share their stories, share their wins, share their losses, share their struggles, is literally the one way that I've learned to do better. Being able to share my story and grab value from other stories to be able to grow. So I am thankful and grateful for this stuff, honestly. So big shout out to Carlos Avila. More to come. Global Thinker Conference and Global Thinker Podcast. You gotta listen to this man and everything that he talks about. He seems as I like to tell him, we gotta get you under the rock, Patrick Starr, because he's one of the great minds a lot of people don't know, right? And here we are chasing all those great minds, all those celebrities like Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, those people that are way up there, right? But we have people like Carlos Avila, uh, Jonathan Rodriguez, Nestor Gutierrez, freaking Francis Nunez, all these great minds, man, that have been learning from those big minds, and we take that stuff for granted, right? So look into these people, because these individuals have something. They have something that you can learn, which is all in Guerrero's podcast. And you don't even have to pay for it. You could just grab all the nugs that they're dropping, note them down, take action, and trust me, you'll be able to work your way to be able to afford a front seat with freaking Tony Robbins or Grant Cardone. You know, like literally just apply everything that you learn. So like Carlos Avila, man, he's a great mind. He knows what the hell he's talking about. He got great plans. He's not just in the business of helping businesses run all by themselves, but this guy's with the city. He's freaking taking over Long Beach. This guy is just amazing, amazing people, man. One of the things he's helping me do is expand as well. So it's just not just the mindset, but the knowledge and the business. So big shout out to my man Carlos Avila. Don't forget, Global 1 and Global 2. This is for Carlos Avila. He knows what I'm talking about. Oh, dude. Here's we're almost there, guys. We got 3 more, right? But we got Chief Pats, the Algonquin Chief Pats, Little Eagle. This freaking guy, man. It was fun. I think that was one of the most fun interviews that I've had, just because of the story this guy shares, right? From freaking hunting a big old freaking 1,200-pound moose to shooting a freaking boar with a bow and arrow when everybody hunts them with freaking fire guns. I mean fire guns, freaking guns and yeah, I mean fire. I don't even know the word, but everybody else over there hunting boars with guns. This guy's over here hunting boars with freaking bow and arrows. And for you guys that don't know, boars will literally attack you when every single other animal runs away from you. So my freaking hats off to Chief Pats, Little Eagle, for being such a freaking brave guerrero, man. This guy's literally a guerrero in business, a guerrero in life, a guerrero out there hunting. This guy is a leader of 11,000 people. And one thing I learned from him is that, dude, it's just, this guy is able to lead 11,000 people. Okay? So I'm over here trying to lead myself and my family to greatness. And to see a man be a great leader like Chief Pats, and to be able to share the stories that he has, as well as the big plans that he has. Honestly, like I said, it helps me expand my mind. It helps me understand that I'm able and capable of doing these things too. So if you haven't, man, follow my boy Chief Pats at Hunting for Greatness. He has a lot of great content. He's freaking amazing, great freaking energy, a great hunter. Freaking has the sight. He just freaking bullseye everything, man. I don't think this guy misses in hunting. He doesn't miss us in business. He doesn't miss in anything. So big shout out to the man for even just coming onto the podcast last minute and getting the freaking interview going. May God bless you, brother. Thank you for everything, for sure. And then the next person we have is Chris Medina. Chris Medina, man. This guy's he has some pretty cool names for his business, Making Feria. Making Feria and El Flipero, right? One thing that I can definitely say I got from Chris was that the hustle never stops. We all have to put ourselves first to be able to help others, as well as understand that business is only good, or not only good, that business is only how can I put it? That business can be made and happen, right? No matter what it is that you do, you have to push hard. You have to try hard. You have to freaking put in the work. Like, there's no easy way out, right? This guy over here freaking has his business out here, and then he has, his house flipping business. Like, dude, everything is possible, man. And I was just watching one of the episodes where he's interviewing someone else, where he says there's no there's no way for you to make money with money if you can't make money without money. So I mean, dude, my respects to that man for um, coming on and sharing his gold nuggets, because he shared a lot of good business nuggets that we can all take and apply. So one thing for sure is that there's an event coming for him, right? That's gonna be one of the events that, like I said, we're over here spending like freaking 5, 10, 15K on certain events, and this guy's gonna have his event, making feria event, right? And bringing some great guests. I believe he's gonna have some good names in there too. I'll wait till he posts it up so I can share it. But dude, I mean, just being able to be with Chris, even in the inner circle, was a great opportunity, because we were able to exchange value. We were able to get to know each other more. Seeing his M5 was inspiring as well, because I'm able to freaking look a little bit higher and kind of gauge what I wanna achieve, right? So hanging around these people, the one thing that does get stuck is the ambition to do better, to be better, to surround yourself with better people, right? Because they are not wasting their time talking to people that are just there not doing shit. So if you're just sitting down, freaking not doing anything, man, you gotta come from a place of contribution to be able to get in circles like the circles I've been in with Chris Medina. He knows what I'm talking about. So thank you very much, bro, for coming on and sharing what it is to be a business owner, what it is to do business, and what it is to freaking just be an entrepreneur, bro. Honestly, seeing that people like yourself, where they're not just doing one thing, right? You got many things going on. It's inspiring to me as well, because I only have one business and working on making even more businesses happen. So thank you for coming on Guerrero's podcast, bro. I really appreciate that. And then we got my boy Ivan Buyorkis. I hope I said his last name right. It was a little bit tough for me to say it the first time. But the one thing I got from Ivan, man, is being able to find inner peace. Like, this guy has a way of talking where there's literally nothing that bothers him. There's literally nothing that bugs him. Like, being able to talk to him and understanding that he knows that he's a blessed man, literally just kind of passes on and travels over to me, because I was able to feel at peace just with his presence. Not feel any type of like stress. It's hard to explain, man, but this guy's so at peace that peace transferred over to me, man. I was just like so chilled out that guy is just a great person to have around. One of the things that we, I mean, of course I follow up with all my people, man, but whenever I talk to that guy, there was one thing that he said. It was like, hey, bro, don't forget, we're your new circle, okay? We're your set of new friends. And to me, that's pretty cool, man, that he offered his friendship that way, because out here I do have my friends, right? But we're not in that level of talking and speaking business the way I'm able to speak business with all these people I just talked to, all these people I just talked about. Ivan himself was one of those guys, man, that he shared his life story. He shared his drive and his purpose. And dude, this guy does micropigmentation. For you guys that don't know what it is, go check out my boy Ivan. Inked up _ scalps. It's his Instagram. Go check him out, man. He has a lot of great content as well. The one thing about him is he told me, he's like, bro, I don't even know how to work the Instagram or the social media. But you know what he's not doing? He's not stopping, and he's learning as he goes. So that's one thing that you have to do. You need to know how to pivot, and Ivan does that pretty well, because he's surrounding himself with people that are in a circle, right, in a community where people are always learning, are always teaching, are always offering value, giving value, taking value, in the sense that everybody's coming from a place of contribution, and being able to create, more than anything, a safe place. And I call it safe because that's where you want to make your mistakes. That's where you want to talk and speak up. And Ivan, man, my props to you, brother, because you definitely have it, and you're a blessed man, of course, right? because your story, like you said, it was easy for you to start doing what you're doing, but I know you come through some struggles, right, to make things happen, and I see big things for that, man, for real. It's not easy at all. Like I said, it's not easy at all. I don't really like the word easy, right? Because for some it may be easy, from others easy may be hard, and for you to do what you do, man, so just chilled out, so freaking at peace, bro. I think to me it's admiring. A lot of these folks out here, man, freaking complain about everything, but have no consistency in anything. Freaking lazy, freaking just complainers, right? People that don't even fucking take accountability and feel like they're the victims. Like, dude, that type of shit to me, like, bro, I used to be that guy. I used to blame everybody but myself. I used to complain about everything because it was everybody's fault. I used to freaking be bitching and whining because things weren't working out. Dude, you're a perfect example of what being accountable to yourself is, what keeping your word is, what freaking pushing forward with purpose is. So I want to say thanks for that, brother, because it's put a lot into perspective for myself as well. Big man of faith as well, right? So all these people that I talked about and brought up literally are all have that faith, always have God first. They always pray they have prayer, man, honestly. So especially life coach Jesse, that's one of the guys that has put God first. But one thing for sure is that all these people that I talked about, from Nestor all the way up here to Ivan, those people are the minds that not everybody knows of, but you're gonna wish you knew about sooner. Okay, so that's why I'm bringing them on, because this minds that I'm putting together for y'all, this is all free game. This is all free freaking gold nuggets for you. Don't forget that at the end of the day, no matter what you take away from every podcast that we throw out for you, you gotta apply. You cannot just literally and I still can't remember who said this, but I can't remember if it was Tim Story who told me this, right? But I'm trying to figure it out still. I'll remember one day and I'll make a video about it. But you don't want to turn self-help into shelf help. And by that I mean you don't want to take all these great nuggets, write them down, and tell them about, yeah, I'm gonna apply it here, I'm gonna apply it there, and then never apply it. So if there's anything I can leave you with, is take 1 or 2 things per video that you watch. Apply it and keep on applying it. And trust me, that's how you're gonna start moving the needle the opposite way, to the better way. If you're not in the best position, start with Guerrero's podcast. Start with all the knowledge that's already here. 15 episodes for you to start applying something to grow, be better, have mental toughness, have a better business, have that self-development that we all need. Don't think that don't even think that you freaking know it all, okay? That's one of the main things I can leave you with for sure. Don't think you know it all. Apply 1 or 2 things per video that you watch. Be open-minded to the ideas and the criticism that comes your way, especially from people that already done it. Follow the people that are doing better, moving faster than you, and just don't freaking give up. Once you jump into this business world, this entrepreneur world, where you decide to leave your 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you're currently doing, and you want to do better for you, for your family, let me just say that it's not gonna be easy. There's no shallow freaking place in this pool of entrepreneurs, right? It's all deep ends, all deep water. So freaking sharks in here, man, ready to freaking just eat you alive. So just make sure that you become that person that's coachable, that you apply everything that you learn, and that you don't have a big ego, okay? Put yourself in vulnerable positions. It's okay. It's okay to look stupid once in a while. And I say this because a lot of people are too scared to ask a question because they're like, oh, what's going to happen? Oh, they're going to think. Who cares what the hell they think, man? Not everybody's going to see you the same way. And there's going to be one person, I promise you. There's going to be one person in every room that you step in that you're going to be able to get help or some type of advice that's going to help you push you to the next level. So just don't forget, man, my name is Jonathan and I'm your friend. Welcome to Guerrero's podcast. Anything you need, I am here. If you ever want to freaking just start getting your mindset straight, DM the word Guerrero. I promise you, you won't regret it. I got you covered. There's really nothing in this world that I cannot offer for you, right? Or literally, the one thing I can offer for you in this world is information, which information now it's more valuable than the actual money, right? But if you're ready to step up to that next level, grow your mindset, expand your vision, expand your beliefs, have that fortitude, that grit, that guerrero mindset, DM me. Don't forget, my name is Jonathan, and I'm your friend. So let's go. Let's get it, guerreros.